Lots of reaction to our interview yesterday with Health Secretary Matt Hancock, especially in response to what he had to say about the beauty industry. A man can go and get his beard done, you know, and that's close, you know, you have to sort of do all of that. Can go to a barber's, get his beard done. Women cannot get treatments done in beauty salons that involve things, you know, things like facials, eyebrows, all of that.
I mean, they were designed that way because a beard trim is quick and is essentially defined as part of a haircut.
So there you are. Men can have their beards trimmed. Women can't have facials, and a lot of people are not happy about this, including my next two guests. Joining me now, makeup artist Lisa Potter-Dixon and salon owner Tracy Giles. Thank you both for joining me this morning. We know that England reopened beauty salons on the 13th. Northern Ireland opened on the 6th. Scotland, I think it's going to be the 22nd, and Wales the 27th. So that's what's going to happen in the UK. But Lisa, if I could just start with you. You're not happy at all about these new rules, are you? Is it the lack of clarity or is it the unfairness, you think?
I think it's a bit of everything, Lorraine. I mean, this is a £30 billion business in the UK, and I feel that we're being completely disregarded and disrespected. I mean, it's so frustrating. If you think about it this way, 70% of the industry is made up by people in beauty services, and those people cannot work. So we're not only losing money, but the individuals aren't earning any money, and we haven't for over 4 months. It just seems ridiculous that guys can go and get their hair cut, can go and get their beards trimmed. My husband also had his eyebrows trimmed at the barber's last week, and we cannot do anything apart from nails and hair.
It does seem strange, doesn't it? And I mean, I know from personal experience going to beauty salons how good they are on things like hygiene, anyway, in the normal course of events. But right now, really strong on all of this. I mean, you would be safe.
Oh, my goodness, absolutely. I think, like you say, forever we have been so hygienic. You know, we're constantly getting people coming in from the council, checking, etc. But we are so hygienic. We always wear PPE. I mean, if you're getting waxed, if you're having a facial, if you're having your nails done, you're always we're seeing someone with PPE on. We are ready to go. We are raring. And I just think there's no information, there's no reasoning. It seems quite sexist in some ways. There is just absolutely no reasoning about why we cannot work.
Well, let's talk to Tracy, because Tracy, there you are. You know, you've got your salon. You're you're ready to go. You're ready to go. Do you feel that this is discrimination? Do you feel that essentially it is unfair and sexist?
Yes, I do, Lorraine. I feel it's incredibly unfair and incredibly sexist. I do feel that potentially the treatments that we offer, and I also offer treatments I do reconstructive tattooing. So often my work and that of my team is on the face, it's on particularly the eyebrows. Potentially the government don't find this relatable. I can only assume it's that. Maybe they've not had people in their families that have undergone chemotherapy, have alopecia and brow loss. Menopausal women, they lose their eyebrows too. So actually, you know, these decisions they're causing greater mental health issues in this country right now. They're causing mental health issues to the women that want these treatments, that actually really it makes them feel good, makes them feel more like they're visible. It just gives them self-esteem. But it's also bringing an industry of women onto their knees that have taken risks, that are courageous women that have worked hard. They're professional. Our clinics are 21st century hygiene, high-tech clinics. We are wearing full PPE. We wear the same PPE now in my clinic as a dentist would wear. And I cannot think that this is anything other than sexist and totally unfair right now.
It's really interesting what you say about people who, you know, women who've had chemotherapy, and how vital this is to them in the healing process and feeling better about themselves. Yeah. And a lot of women have facial hair that they need to be removed in order to feel better. Got trans women who are maybe going through, you know how hard that is, and I'm sure you have had customers like that too. It's all of these people, and it's interesting what you say about mental well-being, because I don't think a lot of people would get that.
No, but it's female grooming. When a man goes to have a haircut and he has his beard trimmed, that's grooming for a man, and that's grooming that makes a man feel better. It makes him feel that the face he presents to the world. Yet women cannot have their eyebrows done. And this to me is completely wrong. Typically the sort of work we do in the clinic, we're a very inclusive company. Despite the fact I'm in central London, we have people coming in from all over the world. We have a fantastic team of highly qualified people.
You just want
Women
to get back to work, don't you? You just want to get back to work. That's the thing. I mean, Lisa, it's so interesting, this, isn't it? I mean, I think it's hard to get the message across as to how important this is. I mean, you talked about a multi-billion-pound industry, Lisa. That's the cold, hard cash side of it. But there is also all of the self-esteem and feeling better and all of that you can't really quantify.
You know, I think the mental health side of things, as you just mentioned, is so important. It's the feel-good industry. I mean, you know, makeup artists, therapists, we're always like therapists. You know, we sit there, we chat to the people we're having our service with. They become our friends. You know, it really is so important for our well-being, and even more so now when we've just been in lockdown for nearly 4 months, and not just for the people going to have the services as well, Lorraine. You know, the people that are working, 90% of the people in the beauty industry are women. Many are having to now take tax credits to feed their children. You know, that's also got a strain on the government when they can and want to be working. But, you know, like Tracy said as well, there's so many implications to not being able to have treatments done as well. But overriding everything is the fact that we are so safe, so hygienic, and always have been. This isn't something new for the beauty industry. It's always been like that.
No, absolutely. I can tell how passionate both of you are about this. You'd be interested in this, though. We've been running a poll asking, do you think the government rules on the beauty industry are sexist? And we have, well, the results speak for themselves. 83% say yes. And 17% say no. We've had a statement from the Department of Business, Energy and Industrial Strategy, and they say that this guidance was developed with the industry to enable them to reopen in a COVID-secure way. You're shaking your head.
No, I mean, I know this for a fact because today Millie Kendall from the British Beauty Council, who has been a force in this and has tried to get us open, is going to speak to the government today for the first time. They have not asked any of us in the industry for our ideas, for our reasonings, etc. So today is going to be the first day that we are represented in Parliament, in government, by Millie. So they haven't asked us. And, you know, Lorraine, the other thing is that it's almost been made a laughing matter. We all saw a few weeks ago in Parliament the guys talking about salons and waxing and Boris making a joke about it. This is not a laughing matter. This is people's livelihood. Absolutely. And more than that, it's the mental health side of it, and it's that £30 billion that we're missing.
Let's not forget that very large sum of money, because I'm so sorry we'll have to leave it there. Thank you for joining me. I'm sure we'll be talking about this again. And like you said, you know, beauty salons have always been incredibly hygienic anyway, but, you know, double, triple, quadruple that right now. They're very responsible. Thank you. Don't forget, you can watch full episodes of Lorraine on the ITV Hub and all the best clips, compilations and playlists right here on our channel. Just subscribe now and you'll never miss an upload. Click here to watch another video similar to this one, or click here to head to our channel's homepage to explore all of our exciting videos.